Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm just going to go on my live. I'm well again. Yay. I started feeling so much better yesterday. Thank you everyone for your well wishes. I thought I had an injury. In my shoulders and neck. I had a couple of massages to try and make it better. But the massages didn't work. They relieved it a little bit. It was giving me headaches, and I thought there were tension headaches from this injury. And no, it was the tension went away after a couple of days, but the headaches didn't, and I was tight around the jaw. So I think it was some kind of virus that I've got. Maybe picked it up in Kuala Lumpur, or when I came back, I don't know. Or maybe my immune system was just down a little bit from traveling and made me susceptible to something. But there we go. I'm better now. I felt terrible yesterday morning. I feel great today, so that's all good. All good. So I'll just wait for some people to get on before I start properly. I'm going to go deeper into the daily read. So the daily read today, I just watched it. It's about going with the flow today. Not booking the current, going with the flow, being open to new approaches, I think it said too. And I was quite busy when I was listening to it. I wasn't paying that much attention. So if you're on, just pop up a message saying who you are and where you're watching from. It says 0 people, but I know I'm on my live at the moment. It's not saying I am, so maybe you are too, and it's not saying you are. I picked a card out from Colette Baron-Reid's deck, and it's the Yin card again. This is the same card as we had 2 days ago, 3 days ago. When did I last do Psychic Cafe? 2 days ago, maybe. I can't remember. But it's the same card. We got it upside down last time, so it was how we were blocking receiving last time. This time it's upside down, so it's talking about receive, like receive. And so we put those two together. The daily read and this one, we've got receiving in the flow. Let's have a look what Colette Baron-Reid. Have a listen. What Colette Baron-Reid says is about this card. The meanings are the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. And the message is, this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what's coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. Cool. Hey, Matt. I don't know when it was, but I remember the card. Yeah, it was the last time I did Psychic Cafe, so I can't remember when it was either. I know I slept in yesterday. Oh yeah, I felt terrible yesterday. No, I think I did it the day before. I think it was 2 days ago. So we've got the Yin card all about receiving today, receiving with the flow. So you know how she said about being receptive there, about, it's like reacting to the flow, going with what's working, with what's coming, with what's flowing. It's not about not taking action to just receive. You take action to receive, but you're taking action with the flow. You're taking action with where it's flowing. It's like giving to the people that are giving something back to you, that kind of thing. It's being receptive to where the flow is at. So let's pick out some more cards for the day. Oh, I feel so much better today. I was feeling much better yesterday afternoon. I just came back to life. Yesterday morning, I couldn't do a thing. Even when I'd got up, I couldn't do a thing. I was walking about a kilometre an hour around, holding on to things, holding on to the furniture just so I didn't fall over. I had zero energy. It's like my mitochondria just wouldn't work at all. It was horrible. But then I came back to life as the day went on, and then I ended up going to fight night last night too, and then not sleeping until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning this morning, because the day before I'd slept from midday right through until yesterday morning. Yeah. Crazy. There are a few things that I've been intending to take action on. I figured they should only take a few hours, but I can't bring myself to get started. Is that procrastination or is that flow? Are you listening to the flow? Because if you're not getting started on it, it's not really something that you want to do. So I'd listen to that. Maybe the timing's not right, Matt. Okay, we've got abundance and transformation. Cool. They're very good cards. And I'm hearing from this, it's like some people have been trying to get blood out of a stone. And this transformation is going to where the abundance is and allowing it instead. So you know how I said about being receptive to where it's flowing, where it's coming back. Being open and receptive to those that are giving to, and then you receive something back. It's like that's the transformation from stopping trying to get blood out of a stone and going to where the blood is to get it. You feel like they're against the flow? Well, don't do it then, Matt. Yeah, wait until you feel like doing it. And sometimes these things disappear. It's like I had an idea months ago and then I didn't do it because I was the same. And yeah, and I've never done it. And I often think back to that thinking that was a really good idea, but I was the same. It just didn't feel right to take that action. And so that might be, Matt, because you weren't tuned into the flow of abundance at the time that you had that idea. You know, your energy can change completely in a few days. And then what was once right for you isn't right for you anymore because you're on a different level of abundance. And maybe what you were going to do was against the flow of abundance from your old energy, and what you're going to be led to something now where the energy is going to flow. It could be that. So that's great. Our abundance is transforming. I'm going to the right places for it now because we've got a different vibration. Oh, it's definitely not. It's 100% trying to get blood from a stone. There you go. And isn't that great? That shows that your intuition, that your guidance is working because you've changed your vibration. And now it's a no. It's a no from the universe, and it's a no from you because it's not in your vibration anymore. Hey, love. I'm getting all the blame, but don't have the energy to defend myself. Oh no. Wow, that sucks. Let's see if we can sort that out for you today. So after I've gone into the daily energies, I'm going to give you all readings too. So stick around, love. You're behind on rent. I get in trouble if I'm not trying to make tangible progress. Yeah. Keep being drawn to inner transformations. Keep going on it and trust the universe. Ask the universe for your rent too. You know, sometimes it's good to put your foot down. Like I call them universal tantrums. It's like, come on, universe, if you want me to do this work, like if you want me to do this work, then pay my rent. Come on, come up with my rent. And yeah, and that often works. So also in the energies today, we've got I am love and be artistic. So keep on being creative. So if that's the only thing that's flowing, being creative for creative sake, doing things that you love, just being creative, then do that. It's like don't try and, I think this was the weekly as well. Don't try and book the current. Don't try and make things happen. Don't try and complete things. Was that the weekly for all signs? I think it was. So I'm really surprised that I managed to get all of the readings out, all of the videos out before today, Monday, with the way that I was feeling. I recorded some a couple of days ago after I recorded all the weekly reads for the different star signs right after I did the last Psychic Cafe that I did. And I was rapidly going downhill while I was recording those. After I'd finished them, I went to bed. Couldn't even have the energy to sit on the laptop and upload them. I uploaded them the day after once I was feeling a bit better. I was really bad. I was like, oh. But yesterday I did a few more. Yeah, I've been trying to push the universe, and it made sure I didn't get kicked out my apartment, but nothing long term yet. Oh well. It's good in a way, though. I mean, it's forcing you. When these kind of things happen, Matt, it forces us to address our abundance problems, doesn't it? It forces us to change our vibration. If it's just ticking over, we can live with that. We're just getting by, right? And we can live with that. And then we never change. We never change our abundance level to actually allow abundance in. It doesn't give us that motivation. And so when you've got just not enough, it gives us the motivation to sort ourselves out and to do that work. Again, we got the Create card today, using our strength and courage to create. So it's not about inaction today at all. There is some action to be taken, but it's only action in the flow. It's only action when you're in alignment. And being in alignment doesn't mean that it's not going to be a challenge. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be out of your comfort zone. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have to use your strength and courage. Still will. But it feels very different, doesn't it, when you're doing something in the flow. Oh, I can't wait to get back to training today. It feels like it's been ages. Went to Fight Night last night and they were like, where have you been? Like I've been away for a week and then come back and only trained for a couple of days and then was away again. Yeah, I'm finding a lot more layers than I did with all my previous work. Cool. Basic techniques that I thought were fine, but were on the complete wrong path. Well, they probably weren't on the wrong path when you got them, like when you first started with them. It's not useful to look back and go, oh, that was the wrong thing to do, because we're always being moved forward, and what's right for you now isn't what was right for you then, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't right for you then, if you know what I mean. The path is always right. Again, with the artistic card, face the situation, be artistic. This is about the receiving. Sometimes you're being creative for yourself, just for the sake of it, in that flow. Sometimes you're being creative to receive too. This is about knowing the difference. Facing that situation and knowing the difference. That's interesting. So that's going to be very specific to the individual. I don't know what that would be for me, facing the situation. I don't know, my creativity, it's just in my videos at the moment. Did you like my picture today? I didn't have very much time because I woke up late and I went down for my first coffee by the pool and just like took one, and I could see, like I did it on a timer thing, I could see that I was out of frame, so I was trying to get in the frame. I thought, oh, it's funny, I'll just go with that one. Yeah, just noticing that there were other things I was wanting that weren't being included before. Yeah, it's all a process. It is. We're getting to know ourselves better, that's what it is. We get to know ourselves better along the way. And then we decide like what we want to receive, don't we? You know, we start off receiving all kinds of things. We'll receive anything, won't we? And then we get more and more particular, more and more discerning of what we want to receive and what's good for us to receive. We learn about ourselves along the way. It's a good thing. Okay, what are my cards for the day? I didn't really resonate with the cards the last couple of times I've pulled them for myself. Oh, yes. I'm resonating with this. One step at a time, travel. This is about getting ready for going to Africa. Exciting. I've got a few things to do to get ready for that. Ooh. Fear of lack, go deeper. Ooh, I forgot. Fear of lack. My YouTube channel is steadily heading toward 1,000 subscribers. It's so exciting. So if you know anyone that would enjoy my readings, then tell them about it. Because I think, I don't know, I can't remember what it's on. What is it on? $959. It's so close. So close. That's exciting. Okay, who wants a reading? Love, are you still there? Do you want a reading? Do you want a reading, Matt? It's hard that, Matt. I've just seen your message again. If you're not trying to make tangible progress, I know it's like being pulled into that past energy, isn't it? If you've got to be seen to be doing something in the old paradigm just to keep them happy, but really it's not about keeping them happy. And I know rent is an important thing, of course. It's a survival thing, right? But if you just continue down your path and get in alignment, it's the best way to go. You don't want to continue. You don't want to keep on having one foot in the past like that. So keep moving forward. Love loves to get in all the blame, but don't have the energy to defend yourself. Yep. Love loves first. Okay, what does your higher self say about that, about this blame thing? Oh, okay. So love, of course. It's your name, right? Love and peace. I'm going to get the other couple of cards out to see what the guidance is on this, but this is like being, yeah, look at this. I am that and trust myself. Right. So you're love and peace, right? And this happens, right? You get the blame. You get the blame for things when you're being love and peaceful, because they think that if you're okay with stuff, then you must be to blame for it, right? If you seem to be having an easier time of it than anyone else, then you must be to blame. That's the kind of reasoning. That's the kind of reasoning behind it. But you've got to keep on with who you are and trust your path on this one, because it's not always going to happen. It's like, don't stop being who you are just because of the way other people are reacting to you. What I know about getting the blame from people is this, because I used to be the scapegoat too, it's not about defending yourself. It's about stopping with the responsibility thing. So just because you've got higher awareness than other people, just because you can see the bigger picture, just because you've got more awareness than other people around you, doesn't mean that you're responsible for them. It doesn't mean that you're responsible for fixing everything. And when you're in that energy that you are taking the responsibility on for them, that's when they blame you for it. That's that codependent thing, right? It's an aspect of codependence anyway, taking on responsibility. So that's where scapegoat comes from. That's your part in it, is when you're taking the responsibility for other people. And so you've got to just let it go. You've got to not be responsible for them anymore, which means that you've got to accept them as they are, accept where they're at, accept that they're not going to have that higher awareness. Because you don't whinge at work. That's the thing. It's like they see people that are having an easier time of life, and they think that you must be to blame, that it must be your fault then. I had it the same. I had it with my family. They didn't want me to be happy because they thought that I must be to blame for their unhappiness. It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense at all. I can't make them happy. But they wanted me to. And they thought that I must be to blame because I'm happy. But yeah, your cards are saying keep on being who you are and trust yourself and don't take responsibility for them. Maybe it's time for a change then in your work, love. Maybe it's time for you to realize that you deserve to be around people that are like you. So imagine. So this comes back to this taking responsibility, right? If you've got the idea that you're responsible for other people, you're here to help other people, and so you should be around people that are not like you, and because you can help them, then you're going to carry on being in situations like that. But if you understand that you can be around people that are like you and help those kind of people, then allow yourself to be around that kind of people. And you can do that by just imagining working with people that are like you. Imagine what you can co-create with people like that, what that work situation would be like, just how much more you could get done, what ideas could be actioned and stuff. Just imagine that. And then you get into the vibration of it, and then when it'll suddenly hit you. It's like, oh yeah, I deserve that. I deserve to be around people like that. It's not my job. It's not my job to help out other people, to pull other people up, because you can't do that. They see my happy poker face. Keep being yourself, love. Keep being yourself. You're on the right path for sure. You just got to trust yourself more. And allow yourself to receive too. Allow yourself to be around people that can give to you. It's time to let that new tribe in. Yes, that's my next step, to find something else, but it scares me. As it's to quit the corporate job to do spiritual work. I quit my corporate job 20 years ago, 19 years ago. It's worth it. And I've only done spiritual work since then. It's great. I can recommend it. So you're on the edge of the cliff at the moment, and you've just got to trust yourself and go for it. Cool. If you want more help with that, get a private reading, love. I'll give you some clear steps of how to move forward. There's in the description box, there's a link to my private reading. Okay. Matt's up next. Kim, do you want a reading too? Anyone else that's watching, if you want a reading, then just pop up a message saying, me. And I'll do that for you. I can't believe how different I feel. Like, I'm so used to feeling really good, like full of energy, really good, that when I was sick, it was just horrible. It's like, oh my God, I'm not very good when I'm sick. Like, because it doesn't happen very often. I don't know what it was. That'll teach me for eating McDonald's in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, Matt, you've got, listen, grace. This is the flow, but it's receiving. Grace is when a lot of good things are happening. A lot, what's working. It's like, listen to what's working. Listen to what you are receiving. Don't focus on what you're not receiving. Focus on what you are receiving. So if you're not receiving your rent at the moment, then don't focus on that at all. Focus on what is coming through. So these you're getting a lot of guidance at the moment, Matt. So focus on that and see that grace is flowing in different ways. The universe is actually giving you what is most important to you right now on your path. And so listen to that. Pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to what isn't flowing. It sorts itself out when you ignore that stuff. It sounds counterintuitive because we feel like we've got to do something. Right, but here's this thing. You got to be supportive. So how can you help other people? Matt, how can you help other people? How can you use your love to help other people? Because that's the key, right? It's the key to us feeling fulfilled. It's the key to abundance. It's the key to life. It's how we can help other people. McDonald's got me. I think my immune system was just low. Like, I felt it in the last couple of days and being in Kuala Lumpur. Not just the McDonald's, but it was the pollution there, just like constantly smelling vehicle fumes. I'm like, I'm not on my little island now. It was really getting to me. So it doesn't surprise me that it lowered my immune system. There's not a lot of people in your daily experience. But maybe if you ask yourself, how can you be supportive? How can you use your love to support people? Then your higher self will show you these people. Who else wants a reading? Kim, are you still there? Do you want a reading? Yes. Yes, please, you said. Kim. Oh. Kim, you can get your own guidance by meditation. Your higher self wants you to meditate because it wants you to get that connection yourself. So it can guide you. So meditation is about clearing your mind, but once your subconscious is quiet, once you've listened to your subconscious going off, then sometimes your guidance can come through. So it feels like you get an idea in the meditation And then usually when that happens to me in a meditation, I stop the meditation because I can't help but act on that idea that I've had. But sometimes it doesn't happen in the meditation. Sometimes the guidance comes through after. So it's like the meditation paves the way. And then once you're doing the washing up after you've meditated, that's when you have an idea. So yeah, your higher self wants you to meditate so that you can get that guidance for yourself. I mean, that's what my readings are about too, is getting you aligned with your higher self so that you can do it yourself. So many people, especially people that are in my weekly reading program, they'll do it maybe for a couple of years, and then they'll get a lot of readings from me for a couple of years, and then they're just like, okay, you're telling me what I already know each time now, and it's just like that confirmation that people have, and then they can do it for themselves. Yeah, meditation, because your thoughts, right? It wants you to get clear about your thoughts. Which thoughts are useful, which thoughts aren't useful. It wants you to practice meditation so that you can discern which thoughts are coming from your higher self and which thoughts are coming from your subconscious. And that's an art. Like, there's an art to that. It takes practice. It does take practice. Often people will ask me, how do you know? How do you know if it's not just your ego or if it's coming from your higher self? And they feel very different. But when you're not sensitive, when you're not quiet in your mind, it's very hard to discern the difference between the two. And so we can end up doing things out of fear, you know? We can end up listening to our subconscious mind, which always comes from a place of fear, from that negative bias, from trying to protect us from something that it imagines might kill us. And so there's thoughts to sort out, Kim. Yeah, do it energetically until I can do it tangibly. That's an idea. Chickens at the door. That makes sense. Lots of thoughts lately. I believe I'm purging more my old self. Love to meditate. Well, that's good. So, see, you've already had the guidance to meditate. Yeah, and I like, when we have that guidance to meditate more, it's like start putting it into your daily life too. Like, start making it a part of your life, like an essential part of your life. Like, that's what I do with my work. It's like before I start my day, I meditate. I didn't this morning because I was up too late. But generally what I do is start my work day off with meditation to get me in the right space so that I can get in the flow, so that I can have that aligned action. I can take the aligned action instead of just answering emails, just, looking at my YouTube comments and responding to them, all the other stuff that I do. Instead of just doing that, I'm actually working with my higher self. If I start the day off with a meditation, like, okay, higher self, what are we doing today? And that's when I get creative. And if I don't meditate, I just do the boring stuff. I just, I'm switched off. I'm just going through the motions. I'm just doing the things that I do every day instead of new action. And so it's good to meditate before you start anything, before you start your work, before you start anything. Get in that alignment to receive. The yin card, the receiving from your higher self, the guidance. It's what comes from your higher self. All the other stuff, all the abundant stuff, that comes through other people, right? Comes through the material world. So we need to be open to other people. But we don't want to do it the other way around. We don't want to receive the guidance from other people, as in trying to get a validation from other people, trying to get the ideas from other people, and then try and get the abundance and the tangible stuff from our higher selves. That's the wrong way around. We get the guidance from our higher selves, from the spirit world. We get the material stuff from the external world. So we've always got to have this balance of the two going on. I used to meditate every day. I've been skipping days, and I know it's not benefiting me to skip days. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? We know it's so good for us. We get so much from it, and then we don't do it. I'm the same. It's bizarre. It's bizarre how we have this aversion to it. I can make myself exercise. I can make myself do a whole lot of things that are good for me. Meditation is the hardest. It's like sitting still and being quiet is the hardest thing to make myself do. Isn't it bizarre? It makes no sense. It makes no sense how we'd have an aversion to it. It's not like it's even uncomfortable, right? Like exercise is way more uncomfortable. Well, I think I know what to do today. Work on my creative outlet and prepare for the guidance of how to move out into the world to be supportive. Yeah. And if you're being creative just for your own sake, like the card said, you can be doing that in the intention of asking the universe, like, okay, how can I support others? And then be creative. That's going to take your mind, if you're just being creative for creativity's sake, for your own sake, then that's when your higher self is going to be able to get through. So that's a good idea, Matt. Is anyone else there that wants a reading? Oh yeah, I need to meditate today too. You're right, Kim. Kim's higher self. It's a beautiful day here. I might spend some time by the pool. Feel great after I meditate. I question why I haven't been making it a daily practice. I wonder if it's just that receiving thing, We're more likely to do things that don't feel good to us than do things that do feel good to us. It's like making the time for going for a massage and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe it's the belief in this struggle. Like Matt said before, got to be pleasing other people, showing that you're doing something in the way that they would do it, Should be out there doing something rather than just sitting still. Remember that partner I had like 5 years ago? He didn't get it at all. He didn't get any spiritual concept at all. But he was kind of did his own things to sort his own mind out. He wasn't as completely devoid of that. He just didn't understand spiritual concepts at all. And so when I'd be meditating, he would be trying to get me to do things. And I'd say, I'm busy. And he would just laugh at me. He's like, you're not busy. You're not doing anything. I'm like, no, I am. I'm busy. 8:30 p.m. Almost bedtime. I was just going out at that time last night. Fight night starts so late, but I love going to it. It was crazy. The last fight, a Russian against a Thai guy. And the Russian, he did a spinning back kick. When you go to kick with a front kick around and you don't connect, so you keep on going and then flip your other leg back around. And he kicked the Thai guy in the balls, and they wear cups to protect them, but he actually broke the cup. And the Thai guy was on the floor in a lot of pain. The trainers came into the ring and took his cup off him and handed it to us because it was broken. Oh my God. Poor guy, in a lot of pain. Yikes. Yeah, painful. To a kick that breaks the cup like that. Yeah. Not good. So I'm going to go to training today and joke around with them. Get them to teach me how to do that. How to perfect the spinning back kick to the balls. See if I can get a trainer to teach me to be a guinea pig. So the energies sound good for today. What do you think? We're transforming our abundance. We're going to the right places now for abundance, which means that we've got to stop the old ways. We've got to stop doing what we did, because chances are what we did was aligned with our old anti-abundance self. Pushing it away. We can't keep on going now. You don't keep on going to the stone for that blood that you want. So things are changing, but we've got to get that internal and external balance today. We've got to be really clear on that. I like it. If anyone wants a private reading, there'll be a link popping up on the screen. In the replay, anyway, not on the live. It'd be pretty cool if we could do that on the live. But I don't know how to do it. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thanks for your subscribes and your likes and all of that. Very much appreciated. Remember, tell your friends, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Things change when you're at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Matt, I don't know if you were on the other day when I decided what the new thing was going to be for next month. For the comments, but you know, this bag is full of cards. These cards that I pick out for the readings, like, I don't know how many are in here, but that's going to be the thing for next month, is guess how many cards are in the bag, and then comment on the videos to win the free reading. That's going to be fun competition, but I'm going to have to count my cards. Okay, have a great day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time, maybe tomorrow. Bye.